Welcome back, everyone, to this week's episode of Booking the Territory, the unprofessional wrestling podcast. For today, we're talking WCW Saturday Night on TBS from January the 5th, 1991. That's right, 1990 is in the rearview mirror, and we are proceeding right along to another year of Saturday Night on TBS. Before we get rolling and really into this thing, because we got a lot going on, Harper is here, back after a couple of weeks. More on that in a second. Special shout out to our largest page contributors monthly, Disrespectfully Classy, Marky Blassie, Mike Childry, Joe Ice, and good old Justin. And a shout out to these new or returning patrons, Matt F., Chris W., Phil Adams, new BTT Hall of Fame patron, and Charlie G. Thank you all for either signing up or returning. Doc, you are here. Harper's here. The band's all back together after a couple weeks without Harper, who was in China. How are you, Doc?
Well, as much as we keep the show rolling and we've been invoking the Freebird rule the last few weeks to get through it, as always, the show is better when all three of us are in the booth and we get the superstar back. Welcoming him in from the plains of Beijing. Harper, how you doing?
Ni hao, bitches.
What is ni hao?
That's hello.
And you picked this up in China?
Yeah. It's
okay. So we had a bet. I don't think I was quite expecting that. We had a bet last week. How long were you in country in China before you were deemed to be a threat to the communist way of life?
Oh, they like me.
And were abducted. Wait, what?
They loved me there.
Really? Why?
Yeah. They used me to change all their light bulbs because it's so short.
Wow.
Well, that's a lot. I would think that's a lot of light bulbs. How'd you get all that done?
Oh, come on.
Well, there's a lot of those people. Mike?
Yeah.
Why don't you get control of this?
I got no good. Look, don't send your hate to me. Send it to Harper.
Why would you send hate? He's beloved in the Asia, in the continent of Asia.
Let's apologize because we don't want, we hate Taiwan. Just say it.
Wait.
Oh God. We're gonna cause an international incident here on BTT. I knew there was one thing we hadn't done yet. This is it. This is it. This is finally it. Harper's now gonna have to apologize like Cena did.
Are they gonna beat him with one of those canes?
Oh yeah, the Singapore canes.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh,
China's gonna bomb. China's gonna bomb Metairie now.
Actually, Harper, to let you in on a little something, we were talking about it last week when you were over in China, and we said that although Doc and I are not built for communism, you're definitely, of the three of us, the person who would get arrested first in China. You'd be in the airport. What the hell's wrong with this internet? This shit's slow. I can't get to this site. Where's my OnlyFans? Where's Pornhub? I mean, there'd be so much that you'd be looking for that you wouldn't be able to find. I think over and under less than a minute, you'd be arrested.
Yeah, their internet's probably censored as fuck.
Like I said, Doc, the first thing he would say getting off the plane when he turned the phone on.
We had questions of whether or not you would make it out of the airport.
Well, I'm back.
That's good. It's almost like you never left.
I know. Well, I was in Austin.
Austin, China?
Yeah. Home of the long dongs.
What'd you do in Austin?
We went down 6th Street, which is like their Bourbon Street, and at night the fucking crackheads came out like The Walking Dead. Yeah,
it's kind of like a frat boy version of Bourbon Street.
Yeah. And we went and had this fucking fried chicken place, Gus's fried chicken. That shit was the shit, bro.
A lot of hot women down there on 6th Street, or no?
Yeah. There's all these it's all young people who aren't from there. It's crazy. No one is from there. Like they're not even from Texas.
Well, you weren't from Texas.
Yeah, but I'm a tourist.
Well, so were they.
No, they were like, oh, we moved here 6 months ago, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, fuck. Like, you saw no, a guy with a Cowboys hat on or a fucking Dallas Cowboys bumper sticker on the back of a car or nothing.
You're in Austin, Harper. I mean,
Huh?
you're in Austin.
Austin is kind of its own thing, and even though it's the capital, it's kind of less like the rest of Texas than the rest of Texas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're fucking driving down the street, right? And there's a Capitol building. And she goes, "What is that building? That looks old." I was like, that's probably the Capitol building. She's like, "What?"
Who is she? Pronouns, pal.
Tiffany. And she's like, "What are you talking?" I was like, "Austin is the capital of Texas." She's like, "No, it's not. It's Dallas."
It is. She's right.
This woman has a college degree. Let me remind you.
And I was like, "Are you being for real right now?" We are standing in the capital of the state of Texas. It's not Dallas.
Yes, it is.
So she goes, "Man, don't tell anyone I said that. They're going to think I'm stupid." But, oh well. I went to some Barton Springs.
Okay.
Which was just like a spring that you just go like sit in the fucking water.
Mm-hmm.
And it was cold as fuck.
Did you drink beer while you were there?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's part of the charm.
Yeah. But like I drank Lone Star the whole time because that was the only like cheap fucking reasonable beer.
Did you like Lone Star beer?
It's just a cheap beer.
That's right.
It's like drinking like Pabst or something.
Don't let anybody fool you that it's some great beer or something.
Yeah,
because...
no. It's just a standard cheap beer that that tastes like every other cheap beer.
Right.
Right.
If you want a reasonably priced Texas beer, you need to get into Shiner.
Yeah. So we did that, and we saw Vince Young's steakhouse.
Were you convinced, Mike, that Vince Young was going to be a Hall of Famer in the NFL?
Oh, no, yeah, right. Why?
I'm shocked he's leaving out the part he told me yesterday. I said when he was telling me, he called me because he was bored.
Who's he? Pronouns.
Harper called me because he was bored, and then he starts telling me all the stuff he did, and I was like, okay, so basically you ate ass.
Come on.
Screwed.
Come on.
And got hammered, is what I'm hearing. And he's like,
yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. We drank and we fucking ate some badass sushi. And, yeah, we just walked down 6th Street, which is, seen this before.
It beat being at the shoot job, though, right, Harper?
Oh, yeah, it does. Fuck a shoot job, bro.
Yeah, we hear
that. We need to get this shit rolling.
What's this shit?
Booking a territory.
Oh, well, maybe we should address the fact that this is the first time you've been here this month.
Well, I can't.
We're trying to have a birthday month, and you have been out partying.
I had a fucking injury. I'm like fucking Brock Lesnar, bro. You can't. I'm a special attraction.
He's not wrong.
But we pay for consistency, not special attractions.
Oh, yeah. I guess it just revolves around you.
No, it doesn't. I'm not the one that just moved into the new BTT studios.
Oh, God, yeah. Please tell me about it.
So, yeah, it wasn't bad. The fucking, bruh, you know what they got? The streets were so clean, bruh.
Well, we don't have people taking shits in the middle of them and pissing everywhere like on Bourbon Street. And 6th Street was built significantly after Bourbon, I'm pretty sure. So it's not like 300 years old.
But they had like their own like homeless people's bathroom on the street.
Yeah, they all hang out.
Y'all
Did you go down
those?
there where the bridge is with all the bats?
No, we fucking missed that.
Okay.
No, yeah, but like everyone kept saying, "Hey, go see the bats, go see the bats," and we didn't. Yeah. We fucking missed it.
Yeah.
Do y'all got that delivery thing, Coco?
Mike,
No,
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't even.
bruh, we're sitting there and we
For
see
every
this.
wait. For our worldwide audience, Harper was 3 hours away by car,
By y'all.
roughly.
Yeah. But
Okay. So
Okay,
you Coco.
damn Doc, I thought you were going somewhere with that.
Well, I think he thinks that we don't want people that aren't familiar here to think, oh, well, Harper was one county over. Why didn't we all hang out, or we should know what's going on? I haven't been to Austin in 15 years. That's not true. 10.
I ain't
they
never
had
been there.
they got these little carts where if you order like from like Grubhub or some shit, they put them in these like motorized carts, bruh, and there's someone controlling it, and it goes to the fucking address, bruh. It's crazy. We're sitting there like what the fuck is that? It looks like fucking like fucking Wally, bruh, or fucking R2D2 going down the street, stopping at the fucking corner. And when it's clear, it fucking goes, and it's just going down the fuck. I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Hell of a world out there, Harper.
What was
like
this called?
It's called Coco, C-O-C-O. I
Coco,
looked it
like
up.
delivery?
Yeah, you look it up. It's C-O-C-O, and it's like basically like like a wagon.
It's computer owned, computer operated, kind of like black owned and black operated.
Bruh, I see exactly what he's talking about. It really is like a cart.
Yeah, and so when you order, they just some kid controls this fucking thing, and they just bring it right to your fucking address. I'm thinking if they had this shit in fucking New Orleans, they'll be kicking that shit over and taking all that shit out that cart in 2 seconds, bro.
Those carts wouldn't make it down the first block.
Dude, that would be like when you watch those fucking National Geographic when the fucking zebras all jump in the water and the crocodile's just waiting for them. That shit wouldn't last 2 fucking seconds, bro.
What's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all down there?
And it's just going down the street. I'm thinking, I'm thinking people would be jacking this motherfucker.
Maybe it's got a javelin missile in it, and if you mess with it, she'll fight back.
Yeah, and because I'm like, how is it fucking being controlled? Because it would stop at the fucking corner and wait.
Maybe we need to get these Cocos over to Ukraine. You know what I'm saying?
And I fucking looked it up, and it's there's someone just fucking driving it.
Was it like Johnny Five from
something like that, bro?
Bruh,
okay.
Just look it up. Google it real quick.
I'm playing Phase 10 on my computer. I can't get to it right now.
It says Coco on it, and it's got 4 wheels that appear to be inflated, and it's driving down a road. This is the damnedest thing I've seen.
Yeah, and I'm like, it almost ran some kid off his bike.
Even better.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, look at this shit. It's like we're in the fucking Jetsons in this motherfucker.
Brave new world.
Flying vehicles.
Speaking of a new world, I have a question for Harper here. Let's say, and I don't, but let's just, it's a hypothetical. And Mike, you can jump in too, but I bet you're going to be useless here.
Piss off.
It is the year 2022. Where would you go to buy an ashtray?
Oh, now? Ooh.
The internet?
Yeah, but let's say, I don't have my phone on me.
Walmart. Huh?
You think Walmart sells ashtrays?
Yeah, just like a little bullshit, little like plastic one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, Doc, your best bet, in all seriousness, I know I said Amazon. Your best bet.
Big Lots?
No, your best bet is like some type of cigar shop.
Oh yeah, that's true, huh?
Or probably a tobacco place. I mean, same. They pretty much the same thing. Where in DFW, I don't remember in New Orleans. I'm sure there are cigar shops, but I've seen more of them here. Let me say that.
Okay.
But that'd be the only place you'd be able to get them from.
I was looking at that the Super 70 Sports Twitter feed the other night, and they had ashtrays on there because you used to be on every table at McDonald's.
Dude.
Those aluminum foil ones.
Yeah, the tin ones, the little tin ones. The Burger King had them, McDonald's. Yeah, those. Dude, his account is the greatest. It's the greatest, man. Super 70 Sport. Shout out to Ricky Cobb.
And there's zero like Southern draws anymore. That's something I realized. Like the whole state, like Pasadena, Houston. I mean, you don't hear like there's no accent. There's no Texas accent.
Dude, Doc's acting like, Austin's full of transplants, man. The Dallas Fort Worth area is full of transplants.
Right? Yeah. I mean, I get like every city is fucking like that, but you see like, for instance, when like we were in Houston and Pasadena, you see some asshole wearing a fucking Astros hat. They got the Texans bumper sticker on a car. Some dickhead's got a Rocket shirt. Like it's where you are. There, like you didn't see anyone wearing a UT hat, a UT bumper sticker. It was nothing, bruh.
I
agree with him.
And it's like, and we drove by the stadium. That's one thing I wanted to do, was to take a picture in front of the fucking stadium. I forgot to.
Well, here's the thing. If you're in that part of the Texas and you want to find Cowboys fans, you need to find you some Mexicans.
They had zero Latinos, bro.
That's a problem.
You're in Austin.
There was zero.
If you go down
Latinos
to San Antonio, San Antonio,
people.
Well, if you go down to San Antonio, it's like Dallas Cowboys South down there, because the fine Mexican people love them, the Cowboys here, and we love them.
It was all like young fucking white kids.
Sounds great.
Oh. Don't
all
tell
right.
Deshaun Watson.
Oh, well, it's not inside of a massage parlor, so I think we'll be okay.
That dude. Freaking Cleveland's idiot. I mean.
Oh, well, yeah, bro. How fucking. I'm thinking, thank God we didn't get involved in that shit.
Bro, I'm so glad they did not. Like, I didn't want them going after him. Thank God they didn't get him. Oh, my God.
Crab legs aren't so bad now, huh?
Yeah. Bro, I will deal with crab legs any day of the week over that fool. And I'm not. Bro, that dude's a piece of work, bro. Look, I'm not getting into it. He's a piece of work. All right. Sure. Okay. Anyway, back to the show. So Harper, got to bring you up to speed. Well, Doc, let me ask you: is there anything else that you wanted to cover? We have a 5-star review. I can tell you that.
I'm gonna read it.
Okay, is that where you want to go next?
Yeah, we got a 5-star review just in from Bubba J 36. Title is "That's Nice."
It is nice.
Old school wrestling reviews at its finest. Love to hear you guys every week. Hearing Doc and Hardbody audibly drool over Woman or Missy Hyatt cracks me up, while Mike is trying to stay on track. Mike, Sting is horrendous on the mic. Doc, Tom Zink shouldn't have been given any kind of push. I agree. Marginal talent at best. You three gentlemen each deserve a Rolex.
That's right.
When are we getting them, Bubba J? When are they in the mail?
You don't want a wrestling fan or promoter to tell you anything's in the mail. That means you're never getting it. But Bubba J 36, thank you very much. I agree. Sting is horrendous on the mic. I make fun of him with his how. That's from my buddy Everett Starr, who always wants me to play the promos when Sting howls. Yeah, I agree. Speaking of Tom Zink, Doc, I was telling Harper that Tom Zink, a.k.a. Z-Man, defeated Arn Anderson for the TV title last week. As we closed out 1990. I mean, just tremendous stuff, right? I mean, right guy won, right, Doc?
5-star classic.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, man.
Anyway, Doc, anything else besides the 5 stars?
Did we have anything else? Mike thinks that Cody is working on this pec injury.
Mike doesn't care. Mike has no opinion about that. Doc thinks Cody's working. He's just wanting to put me in there so that
makeup.
Mike was like, I'm
No.
suspicious of everything.
I did say I'm suspicious of everything. Doc tells me today, bruh, WWE has a makeup department. I said, I yes, agree. I don't care. I just don't care. I don't care enough to care if it's real or not. I can tell you this much. I don't know if Harper's ever seen a ripped pec. I've seen one. It's not pretty. And all I did was see the pictures of Cody. And I don't know. I can't tell just from a picture. Lord knows it could be doctored. I don't trust anything I see. But if you've ever seen someone rip a pec in person, it shit rolls up like a fajita under the skin and is deep purple. It looks disgusting.
It rolls up. It just fucking rolls up.
Because like it tears and it just like it's like a big knot under the skin. It's horrible looking. Like, oh, I'm shocked you've never seen somebody tear one. You know, all those muscle heads you work out with.
Well, how you do that?
Bench pressing. I mean, that's the most common way I've heard of people doing it. I'm sure there's others. Blassie could probably tell us. He's a doctor. He's an actual medical doctor.
What does that mean?
I'm not saying nothing, but you know, it's funny you made a comment. Oh man! All right, do we want to get into Saturday Night now, Doc?
Not really. I mean, I watched it, and I don't know that we need to talk about it. Let's just kind of hang out and.
Well, it's we can hang out while we play it and cover the highlights or lowlights or whatever lights you want to call from it.
1991 is not off to a hot start.
So let me break it down for you because this is what's going to make Doc mad. But we got to remember it is 1991 as Z-Man defeats Arn again. Ugh. This week's episode, which aired on January 5th of 1991, was filmed and taped according to the records at historyofwwe.com on December 11th of 90. So the footage you're seeing this week is still footage that was taped nearly a month ago, 3 weeks ago from center stage. So it's just something to keep in mind as Doc says, it doesn't start off too good. So yeah, but there is some stuff in this that Harper wasn't with us when Norman got bludgeoned by Sid. So I kind of want to talk to Harper about that as we get to that replay.
Well, that's good.
Oh, it was tremendous. Anyway, we get a quick open from Cottle and Jim Ross, and we go straight to the ring where we're going to see Sid Vicious take on Pablo Crenshaw. Doc, let me throw to you as Sid destroys Pablo Crenshaw. Thoughts?
Was Pablo in 85?
I think he was more than 85. I think we saw him some in 86, 87, and
I know, but I mean,
too.
He goes back to the beginning.
You know what? If it wasn't 85, which I'm glad you're bringing up 85 right now, it was definitely early 86. And it hit me as you said that. So we're basically in year 6 of Saturday Night reviews.
Well,
right, Doc?
Calendar year 7.
Calendar year 7, you're right. Tremendous stuff.
Okay, so should Sid be in a onesie there?
No, I never got. Does he have an injury? Because I remember
he had the rib injury last year, but that fool is built like a brick shithouse. Put him in some tights.
Right, because I remember his action figure.
We lost him. Mike?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he hit a button or something.
He was cutting promos on fucking.
Y'all still there?
We're still here. You had action figures, and then you
all we heard was you had his action figure.
Yeah, when it was, I think they're made by Galoob, and he's got the black singlet on.
I'm with you, Doc. He looks so much better in just trunks.
Yeah.
His build is tailor-made for trunks.
Show it off, man.
Yeah. No long tights, just the trunks.
Mm-hmm. Show it off, baby.
Doc, if folks watching on our Patreon on the video, around the 2:30 mark, man, Sid did that airplane spin thing with Crenshaw. He tossed Crenshaw like a friggin' frisbee.
He went flying.
Dude, he was floating like as he spun in the air. And he ends up hitting him with the power bomb, and Pablo Crenshaw takes a hell of a beating here from Sid, which is what it should have been.
Should Sid be a babyface here because of the look and the youth? People want to like him.
Well, they're going to cheer for him.
They do. I mean, it's crazy because he's supposed to be a heel, but he's so dominant in what he does. They love him. I mean, it's not like 100% love, but they do cheer him.
Okay.
Any other thoughts as Sid wins?
Is he a horseman still?
Supposed to be.
Yeah,
Is he a skyscraper still?
Well, so they don't really say, but I mean, he's really not, but they don't really say.
Well, this next stuff is pretty awesome here. We are picking it up here.
Let's go to after Sid wins. JR is talking to Rip Rogers, Twitter star in 2022. Here's Rip.
Rogers to tell us more about it.
Paul E. Dangerously standing with the healthiest man in World Championship Wrestling. I'm talking about a guy that peels the skin off of a chicken. I'm talking about a guy that drinks mineral water, can you believe this, without the lime. How do you do that? I'm standing here with Rip Rogers. And you know, Rip, later on today's program, you have challenged Brian Pillman to a match in which pinfalls for the first 5 minutes don't count. Now, I don't understand this, Rip. Why would you do such a thing?
Because I'm Rip Rogers, the marathon man. That's why. Everybody knows Brian Pillman is a great wrestler, and he might beat me at a short distance in a sprint, but I'm the marathon man. I'm the man that goes all day. I'm the man that goes all night. Really? I go as long as it takes to get the job done. So what I'm saying, when Rip Rogers, the marathon man, comes after you, Brian Pillman, the marathon man's after you, and you better be in shape. So I suggest you tear the skin off the chicken, watch your carbohydrates, watch your fat, because I'm going to be in shape, and I'm going to beat you and show you who's the man.
He's a marathon man, Doc. Rip Rogers.
Yeah. We don't know that.
What's that?
We don't know that.
Do you remember in Smoky Mountain when he was working out that time?
We doing the squats?
Yeah. Like forever, the whole match.
The whole show, and
yeah.
Tim Horner kicked like the thing out from under him or whatever.
I remember that movie. Flight of the Intruder.
Ugh.
So
yeah.
Rip is good on the stick, which isn't surprising, but it's true. What? Did they have some plans for him here?
I don't think so. I just think they needed material for this week because they're still airing stuff from '90.
Okay, that's fair.
And that's not a shot at Rip because he's talented. It's just if you notice, there's not a whole lot of the mid card to upper card guys doing much.
Yeah.
Again, we're filming still in December of '90 right here. Rip's good. Rip's fine there. We go to Brian Pillman versus Rip Rogers. Pillman cuts a picture-in-picture promo. What you got, Doc?
This is what, 3, 4 in the series?
And they've wrestled quite a few times.
They could do this every week.
If pretty much.
If Saturday night is Saturday night, they could have this match every week.
They should have kept him around.
Well, yeah, because in my opinion, he is one of the perfect guys to stick in the ring with Pillman because he's going to make Pillman work, but he's going to make Pillman look like $1 million. And what an education, because Pillman is phenomenal, but he's still green.
And Rip gets in there and works his ass off every week.
Yeah.
Could you imagine him being a free bird? He's got that look.
Not a half bad idea.
Yeah. Right.
No, Rip.
Okay, that sounds like he could kind of be like Buddy.
Right, exactly.
Your
He's
heater.
The bumper. Right. He's the one taking all the shit from him.
Dude, but bro, you watch World Class from '83 and '84, Buddy takes some ass whippings, bro. So great. He was so great at that role. Oh, he was so great. Buddy Roberts. Yeah, man. I hate to say it because Rip's so good, but he's just perfect in the role he's in. I
Doesn't
mean,
it
Actually,
suck?
can we go back to 12:30, please?
well, we're at 11:15, but what were you about to say, Harper? I'll go to 12:30.
Where you see guys this good and they're just sick, yeah. They're treated like there's some, practice squad, you know, fifth string quarterback.
That's always been my argument about when people say, enhancement talent. I'm gonna play it in a second, Doc. I know exactly what you wanted. That's always been my argument when people talk about, enhancement talent don't deserve to get paid. I'm like, look, you're putting a blanket statement on every enhancement talent out there. There are some serious enhancement talent that deserved a nice paycheck. I mean, really
Yes.
nice paycheck. Like Barry Horowitz, Rip Rogers. There are guys like them who went out there night after night, put over stars, and made stars really look good. Like, you can't compare those to some run-of-the-mill other type of enhancement talent. Because a guy like Rip and Horowitz, like, they deserve to be paid. Like,
Yeah.
really good money, in my opinion. I'm not telling them they don't deserve to be a millionaire because they're not the star, but those guys can make the stars look even better than what they are. And it's always been my argument when I hear people go, "Oh, I mean, I don't want to hear an enhancement talent. It's not like they deserved it." No
Yeah,
one deserves
right.
anything, but they earned it. I'm not saying they deserve, but these Rip and Horowitz, guys like that, they earned it.
They
Doc,
are
I'm
the
gonna hit.
best at their job.
Yeah, I mean, George South, he's another one. Like,
Hmm.
just, uh, just damn good. I mean, we know it now because everybody's smart to the business, but it's just guys like that deserve to get paid more than what they did back in the day. Let me hit play, Doc, because we got Rip Rogers going to the top right now. And this
No
is what you
sound.
wanted, Doc?
No sound. Look at
Oh
that.
shit!
Yeah,
Don't they
that
usually
looked
put sandbags down on the feet?
well, and I hope Pillman didn't grab the top of that
Oh yeah,
railing
smash his
because he's
fingers.
gonna break every one of his fingers that way. That was a
Bruh.
nice visual.
Yeah,
It was.
yeah. It showed fucking nobody was over there.
There's some stip going on here where there can't be any falls in the first 5 minutes.
And they didn't even get close because it went like 8. Like this thing went for a while, man. They got in there and worked. There was nothing quick
why
about
aren't
this.
you giving us any volume when you do this?
Wait, what?
We can't hear anything when you push play.
Why
we
do you
didn't
want
hear a
volume?
word. We didn't hear
That's
a word
just
of
the
Rip
video.
Rogers.
It's the video, you dumbass. It's
Yeah.
playing it. So for whatever reason, the video only has sound on either the left or right track. So it's coming through on the recording. You just can't hear it.
So we
It's the
might as well
video.
just
It's not
quit.
me.
So you can hear it, but we can't.
I have headphones on, so like I can hear it on one. I don't have headphones. I have earbuds in. I can hear it on one side, but not the other.
That's bullshit.
That's bullshit, bro.
Hmm.
Great. Affirmative
Sounds like
action when it comes to hearing the fucking footage.
Why can't we hear at least 30%?
Right. Thanks for taking our sound too. Why don't you just take our sound too, Mike?
Brian Pillman wins.
We got left
Goes
with less
to-
than 3/5, Harper.
Yeah,
That's
what a
bullshit.
Pillman hit a nice clothesline off the stairs instead of
There's gonna
stage,
come a
and then
day. There's gonna come a day when you push around the white man too much.
Dude. the worst part about this is there are people out there working themselves into a shoot, but Pillman hits a sunset flip.
What? I don't care if we
Rogers
have.
for
I
the
don't care
win.
if we have volume or not. I don't want to hear this bullshit. It's bad enough I had to watch it.
Okay.
It's just 2 hours long.
So can you
So-
go back to 1507?
No, I can't.
Oh,
Why?
Hold on. 1507. What's that 1507? Why don't you tell us while I go back to it?
it's like a ECW type move. I mean, I can't hear it, so who gives a shit?
We just saw it in the replay, Doc.
That?
Yeah.
Why did I have to go back to it? They just showed it. You're a fucking idiot. You know that?
What? I'm thrown off because I can't hear shit.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to vote for the sexiest wrestler.
Oh my God, I gotta play this. I know.
Missy Hyatt.
Read some lips. This is the sexiest wrestling promo. The winner will be announced January 30th on the Clash.
Wait, it's the sexiest promo or a promo for the sexiest wrestler?
The sexiest wrestler. Just watch. Here, I turned up the volume, maybe hoping you can hear at least something. Why don't y'all be quiet and get some silence? Maybe you can hear the track on your side. Mr. 3/5 over there.
Attention wrestling fans. Here's your opportunity to participate in selecting WCW's sexiest wrestler. On a postcard only, clearly print the name of your choice and mail it today to Post Office Box 105-366, Atlanta, Georgia, 48-5366. The winner of WCW's Sexiest Wrestler Contest will be announced on TBS Wednesday night, January the 30th, during the upcoming Clash of Champions broadcast.
I love how they put the P.O. box there for you to write in to who's the sexiest wrestler, because we all know everybody who wrote into that received the catalog at some point.
Harper, who's the sexiest wrestler in WCW right now?
Oh, God. The Z-Man.
I'm going to go with Arn Anderson.
Yeah, double A.
I thought you were going to go with Norman.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Are you serious?
Battle of the Commandos.
I'm trying to get to the replay of
Dr. Mario.
Arn. They show a replay of Arn and Z-Man from last week.
There you go.
Z-Man winning the strap. And then we're going to get a promo from the Z-Man, Doc. I mean...
Wrong guy won.
Dude, whose idea was this?
Heard.
Chris
All
Zoncha.
Probably Zoncha. Let's go to Z-Man's promo. Doc and Harper can't hear, so
That's
the
what the
ribs
Z
on them.
stands for.
Zoncha?
It's probably his dad.
Oh my God, I just had an epiphany. The Z stands for Zoncha. That's why he's such a big fan.
Mm-hmm. That's his dad.
Dr. X, you've got the first shot today on World Championship Wrestling at the TV title. Believe me, I'm finely tuned. I'm on the razor's edge. You're going to have to be in the best shape of your life to beat me. You know, the fans are behind me, and I've been on a roll, baby. Arn Anderson, it was great to take this away from you. And the Horsemen, you have no belts. I'm loving it. Arn Anderson, you want a rematch? Sign on the dotted line. I'm not going to hide behind it, just like you did. I'll take on anyone, anytime. Dr. X, you better be ready for Z-Man! Look out!
Just so you know,
I watched
they
down
can't
some.
can't hear y'all because the audio is, while you can't hear it, the sound is overriding your voices.
That's fucking bullshit.
We're quit.
You're being silenced.
Stop canceling the white man.
Yeah. Did you see someone shared, I forget where it was, a picture. I completely forgot about this show when it came out in the late 80s, early 90s, Superboy. Remember that? It was one of those like syndicated shows that came on like Channel 26, and it was Superboy, and it was one episode where Lex Luger was in it. And he was the evil Superman. I completely forgot about that until someone shared that picture.
I thought we talked about that like a while back.
Did we?
I thought so. Maybe I had that conversation with somebody else. I could have sworn we talked about that on this show.
I don't remember that.
I thought we did. Doc has no clue what we're talking about, Harper.
What are we talking about?
I don't remember the name of the show, but Luger was on
It was
this.
Superboy.
Was
That's
it
what it was
Small Wonder?
called. No, it was Superboy. It was Superman as a teenager.
And Luger was in it, dressed as Superman.
Like he was like a heel Superman. And someone shared a picture of it like yesterday. I was like, damn, I totally forgot about this shit. I used to watch this dumb shit when I was like 12, 13 years old.
Hey, the older you get, the more that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Nonstop. Speaking of nonstop, Z-Man mentioned Dr. X in his match that's coming up later on, so stay tuned for that barn burner 5-star match. Bobby Eaton takes on Reno Riggins. Bobby Eaton's going to climb to the top rope and tell Z-Man, this is for you, Z-Man, and hits the Alabama Jam as he wins it. But, Doc, I'll go to you. What do you have from this match?
Somebody gave Eaton a mic at the beginning for his inset promo.
Jesus.
Something like that. You sound like Ron Wright sodomized Mr. Ed.
Well, that's what I think of every time I see fucking Reno Riggins for that promo.
He turned down Ron Wright.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
Moron. I can't believe you turned down living legend Ron Wright. I'm wrong with you, boy.
I don't like Bobby Eaton by himself.
I don't think Bobby Eaton likes being by himself, but he had bills to pay.
Don't we all?
Isn't that what Cornette said years ago? He's like, man, Bobby, he really didn't want to stay.
Bobby had a family to protect.
Yeah, he had a family.
He was married with children. Man, you can't expect him to just be like, yeah, fuck them. But that's what people don't realize. Like, Cornette could do that because he didn't have babies.
And Stan Lane could trick any girl on the Eastern Seaboard to letting him shack up there until he figured out his next move.
I mean, Bobby Eaton was like y'all. He had a wife and kids, and
bro, that's a fucking boat anchor that you got to deal with forever. Is like, I got to take care of these assholes.
No, I wasn't saying that Cornette was complaining. He was just saying that's the reality of it. That's why Bobby stayed.
When people be like, well, why didn't Bobby fucking also?
Mike, how different would your what percent? Okay, let me rephrase this. I got going here. What percentage of your daily decisions would be made completely differently if you were not taking into account the wife and kids?
99%.
There you go. There you go.
Come first, right? Like every decision that you make.
It's not that. Doc's key that he said there was something like, how would your daily decision-making change? The problem is not the decision. It's you got to think about others first before every single decision.
And you have to understand this as part of the issue. Harper, they're not going to be thinking about you first.
No.
Except
never.
Maybe for a couple hours on Father's Day.
Yeah.
If you're lucky.
Here's your fucking coffee mug that says, world's #1 dad. Thanks, Junior.
Sounds like he understands it, Mike.
I think he's on to something.
Hey, I'm going to say something real quick about the wrestling. I like this. This is a ringside interview. We haven't had these. If this is a new wrinkle for 91, I'm all for it.
They are going to do more of this, which is a good thing. So let's go to it now. Terry Taylor, who's about to fuss about the fact that he didn't get a chance at the TV title when Arn did. When Z-Man did on last week's episode. Paul Lee is talking to him. Here it is.
Champion is the Z-Man, which from what I understand does not sit all that well with Mr. Goody Two-Shoes, Terry Taylor.
Wait. Now, Z-Man is a great athlete, and I'm sure, as you know, he's going to be a great television champion. But everybody knows I think that should have been my title opportunity. Now, I took Arn Anderson to the limit 1 week. Nobody liked the ending of that match. I took him to the limit the next week. Nobody liked the ending of that match, especially me. So I got my third chance, and here comes Ric Flair, here comes Doom, and I don't get the opportunity that would have made me the world television champion. Now, that was my opportunity. Now, these people say, well, maybe I'm whining, maybe I'm complaining. I don't feel that way. I feel like I could beat you, Arn Anderson, and I'm going to show everybody here tonight that I can do that because, yes, Z-Man, you are the champion, and I have to go through people like Arn Anderson to get to you. Now, the WCW Championship Committee is looking past me a lot, maybe overlooking me. Now, if I got to get like a squeaky wheel and squeak a little bit, squeak, squeak, I'm going to do what I have to get what I think I deserve. Now, I know that people may think it's a little change in me, but I'm tired of being passed over. I'm tired of being a nice guy, and Arn Anderson's going to find out just how badly I want this match.
So tonight, it's Terry Taylor versus Arn Anderson. We'll be back in a minute.
Could you hear that at all, Doc?
What did he say?
Yeah, what did he say?
Read us the transcript.
Okay. I'm not going to do that. He fussed about not getting a title shot last week, and he's mad. And he's tired of being passed over.
He should be. Better to be passed over than passed around.
He said, I'm going to have to be the squeaky wheel. Squeak, squeak. Like Arn Anderson says, I don't want to toot my own horn, but toot, toot.
Yeah.
Squeak, squeak. Oh, man.
Better than buck, buck.
Come on.
Dude, I cannot look at him and not think that.
Yeah, no. Especially with the red and black.
That's exactly what I was about to say. He needed to never wear red again. Never. Because that's exactly what I think. Moving right along, we got Ed Brock and Chuck Coates versus the Renegade Warriors.
Oh, wow.
The Youngbloods, a.k.a. the Renegade Warriors, have a huge match coming up at the next Clash. They are going to wrestle Arn and Barry. I'd say that's pretty damn big time for these guys. And they win with their top rope maneuver, and that was all I had from it. Doc, do you have anything else?
My only note was nope.
I can't believe you're going to insult the Youngbloods like that, Doc.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Well, one of them's not alive to hear it, right?
Wow, you really are a jackass.
Yeah.
Messed up.
Well, I'm not mad at them. I'm mad at you for trying to get up in my face.
Okay. Next match is, I gotta rewind this so Harper can see this because I don't remember this. I don't remember this going on for long.
Who?
We've got the, but that was a Wrestle War pay-per-view promo coming up. We got the Minotaur, aka I believe is Steve DeSalvo versus Man Mountain Bailey, aka Richard Bailey, old friend of mine, back on the Indies. Minotaur is beyond explanation and boredom. The crowd has no reaction. There's pure silence. This is dumb. Doc, your thoughts?
And I'm not saying this to be mean, but he's a big Italian meathead that I'm supposed to believe is some kind of weird emo weirdo. No.
Minotaur.
Yeah.
Harper, leave Brian Falcon alone.
No, what I'm saying is there's nothing about him says a bull or horns. Like, if you called, what's his name, that's what makes a Minotaur.
Did you see that move? Did you see that move? He's crawling into the ring, and he, from his hands and knees, lunges at Bailey's stomach, knocks him out the ring.
The Minotaur was the half bull and half man.
My note was half man, half bull, all stupid.
Yeah, I mean, this is, nothing about him says bull or it's...
Boogie? Hold on, let me get Boogie on the line.
Call him something else.
Boogie, nothing about you screams computers or computer technology.
Or Minotaur.
Oh, boy. Minotaur is one of the greatest indie wrestlers to come out of Louisiana, Harper.
That's right. I used to manage Minotaur.
I know you did. He's one of my good friends.
Yeah.
I tell you what, no bullshit, man. He's in good shape right now.
That's nice. I get what you did, bullshit, man. You think it's so funny?
What? What? I didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
He is in good shape right now, man. He's pretty.
He lost a bunch of weight.
Lost a bunch of weight. He's pretty trimmed down. Smallest I've ever seen him. Not bad. Happy for him. Good dude. Misguided.
Misguided?
Misguided.
I don't remember this.
Harper was guiding him, so are you saying it's Harper's fault?
No, Harper hasn't managed him in a very long time.
Harper, who have you managed recently?
Matt Lancey, Edrin Stone. That's it so far. Right now.
I'm looking forward to X-Rated in a few weeks. I can tell you that much.
Well,
do you have any big announcements for that?
No.
Why do we go through this every year, Doc? What do you want him to say?
I don't know. I like to see people with their personal growth and like work on their development plan and get better at their craft, and then, no.
Well, back to the Minotaur and Man Mountain Bailey. The Minotaur was so bad that I didn't even write down who won, even though I think that's the finisher right there. Elbow drop.
Elbow drop?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I can't, bro. This is not working for me, brother. So we'll fast
Looks like
forward.
he's from The Cure.
I was going to say he liked Ministry before they got all metal. That was my note.
When they were still industrial.
Right.
The next match is Lex Luger versus Mike Sample. Picture-in-picture promo from the Big Cat talking about he and Luger's match in the Meadowlands coming up. Luger is going to hit the tackle off the second rope and pin Sample with ease. And then Luger and Lawrence Taylor, are going to be appearing at the Meadowlands coming up. More on Lawrence Taylor later in the show. Doc, any thoughts on Luger winning this match?
I thought we were done with Big Cat and Motor City.
I think after this Meadowlands show, maybe so. Because we're not far off from Mr. Hughes.
Okay.
A few months down the line, maybe something like that. Maybe not even that far.
Is Mike Samples a old Memphis guy?
I don't know, but who was Sample in? This is not the same dude, but who was Sample in Smoky Mountain? Remember didn't we have somebody with the last name Sample in
Maybe
Smoky?
that's the Memphis guy. I don't know. I can't keep all this straight.
Me either. Too hard.
Uh-uh.
Any other thoughts on Luger, Doc?
Who's he wrestling at the Clash?
No, it's not the Clash. There's a Meadowlands show that Luger and Lawrence Taylor will be. I don't remember if they wrestled on it together or Taylor was in Luger's corner. I don't remember. But they're going to be at the Meadowlands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn,
that's
and
right.
probably 375 paying customers.
Yeah, really.
Next match is Michael Wall Street versus Greg Sawyer. There's an interview with Wall Street and Alexander York beforehand, or like a picture-in-picture. York mentions before the match that Sawyer will lose in less than 6 minutes, and JR points out that York's computer hasn't been wrong yet. And sure enough,
computers
it is right
are
again.
never wrong.
Never
right.
wrong. Wall Street dumps Sawyer to the outside of the ring, and then Wall Street rolls Sawyer back in and hits him with the stock market crash for the victory. Very uneventful. Doc, your thoughts? Harper's yawning. So that told me how he feels.
Jesus
I
Christ.
know, because we have another hour.
My notes come after the match.
Okay. So tell us what your notes are then.
We're going to see our sweet, sweet Missy.
Well, yeah, I'm going to play it even though y'all won't be able to technically hear it, but the people will.
Well, we're not here to hear her.
No.
Come on.
That's nice, Harper. You want to grow up?
There she is.
Here it comes. Hold on one second. Here it comes, Harper.
The hell is she wearing?
Let's go to it now. Missy interviewing Alexander York and Michael Wall Street.
I'm Missy Hyatt here with Michael Wall Street and Alexandra York. And you know, Mr. Wall Street, you are undefeated, but most important, you have brought the computer age to professional wrestling.
It's no doubt by now to anyone out there that Michael Wall Street Incorporated is a huge success. I have people calling me from Wall Street wanting me to speak and get Wall Street out of trouble. But I've got news for all you idiots out there. Michael Wall Street's business is his own. I told everybody around here that Michael Wall Street had the ability, and with the computer technology of Ms. York, we were unstoppable. USA Today knows a winner when they see one. They printed a story in the financial section of the USA Today newspaper. They know a winner, and I am a winner.
What?
What are you doing?
I'm doing my job.
I'm the only one that's supposed to be doing interviews on World Championship Wrestling. What are you doing, I said?
Hey, your problem is you're jealous because a woman can do the same job you can and make more money. Pauline, are you a true chauvinist? Are you a true chauvinist? Or do you just hate women? Or is this a personal thing between you and Missy.
Hi, Mike. How are you? I obviously came at a bad time. I'll see you a lot sooner than later.
Well, I'm sorry about this, but we're out of time because of Paulie. And we'll be back with more World Championship Wrestling on TBS right after this.
So in a nutshell here, this is actually the start of Paulie and Missy kind of going back and forth for a long time. There's going to be, I believe, a arm wrestling match or some sort of thing coming up, but Paulie and Missy are going to get into it for a while, and there's times when Paulie's going to call her a bimbo on television, but this is the start of something with these two just kind of going off on each other. Doc, I know you couldn't hear it,
I had
but
some notes.
yes.
Did you see how the broads turned on him, though?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
The sisters came together there.
They can come together. Okay, when there's a common enemy,
come together.
When there's a common enemy, broads can come together like no other.
Mm-hmm.
And then turn right around and plunge a knife in each other's back
with the quickness. I want to know something. This is a serious question. I want to know what the longest running podcast by women is, where 2 or 3 women, kind of like what we've done for years, have done a podcast. I guarantee you it ain't 7 years old.
Okay. Get somebody on that.
Where it's
Is this that new Top Gun movie?
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah, this is it.
I can't wait to see that. Everyone keeps putting it over.
Everybody is putting it over.
Well, I'd have to see the first one first, and I'm not
What the fuck? Is that...
You heard me.
Oh, my God.
I've never seen Top Gun. I don't give a shit.
Dude, Top Gun's a great movie.
It really is.
That's great. Mike, how was Star Wars?
I mean, there's many Star Wars. Which one are you referring to?
Which ones have you not seen?
Harper, I got a story for you.
Huh?
Whoa. Mike, have you seen Shawshank Redemption?
Yes. Harper, I got a story for you.
What?
So one day, me and Sassy Vegas, we had to work a show. You know, Sassy's an idiot, right?
Yeah.
We had to work a show, and he called himself trying to just drive me up a wall on this friggin' 7-8 hour drive up to northern Alabama one time. This fool brought Conway Twitty CDs. And was popping them in the dash the whole ride, singing like a fucking moron. And he knew like I'm not a, I don't know, what is this considered?
Right.
Country?
Pop country.
Yeah.
Okay.
Contemporary country.
He got so I no-sold it for hours on end. He finally, we're probably 2 hours from where we're going. He finally gives up. I hate you. He starts cursing me out. You no-sell everything. You're the worst. You're despicable. He's like, why don't you sell it? This is Conway Twitty. Look at this asshole. He's showing me this guy who's got a white fro. I don't know. It was glorious. But I got my entire life's fill of Conway Twitty over like a 3 to 4 hour time span.
Let me tell you something. If you live in the South and you're white and you're around our age, your grandma loved her some Conway Twitty.
Oh yeah.
Probably.
No probably about it.
Conway Twitty. Some interesting stuff from old Conway, though. I'll tell you that much.
So you've been frustrating your friends for 30 years is what you're trying to say.
Oh, my God. He was so pissed off at me. And Harper can tell you.
I feel a kinship with this person.
Go watch Star Wars, Mike.
Sassy Vegas is a clown.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not like Harper type clown, but he's a clown. He takes nothing serious. All right. Let's keep moving. Star Wars, I've seen, I don't know, not all of them, but the older ones are fine. I don't know about the newer ones. They're all right. They're entertainment.
See the original ones, right?
Yeah.
Right. All right. Well, see, Doc was trying to make it sound like you never seen Star Wars.
You're talking about like Star Wars, A New Hope, or Empire Strikes Back,
Yeah.
Return of the Jedi. Yeah, I mean, I've seen those.
Did you have the little figures and shit? as a kid?
Nah, I had a couple, but I had more
Man,
He-Man
he
than
couldn't
anything.
afford those. He was getting the Battlestar Galactica instead, probably.
Yeah, like
Piss off, asshole.
he was getting the Battlestar Galactica and the Buck Rogers figures in like 1985 when the shit's been off of TV for 6 years.
It's nice, Harper.
Hey man,
Thanks for rubbing it
if you're
in.
in Section 8, you don't qualify for real toys.
You don't qualify for Star Wars, but we have Buck Rogers. Come on, Mike. You watch that on Channel 26 every Sunday at 4 o'clock.
Bro, you want to know what's funny?
Huh.
Remember the AWA figures, and I told you before I had like four of those. I had the Road Warriors, Baron Von Raschke, and maybe Martel, whoever came in Von Raschke's pack. Those must have been cheaper than the WWF figures because
I had buku of them, bro.
Okay, well, I only had 4 of them, and the reason I figured out now in life, the reason I had 4 of them and 1 LJN back in the day was because there wasn't no money to get more LJNs.
No, because you see, those didn't last that long, and what happens is that they were on the clearance rack. So you got 2 of those for the price of fucking $3. You got 2 fucking wrestlers in the pack. So fuck.
Yeah.
That's why I had about 6 of them, and I got them because they were on the clearance rack, fucking buku cheap. Yeah, those fucking LJN ones, the only ones I got were the clearance ones, because they were like fucking $6-7. Fuck you, dude. For a piece of goddamn rubber. that kind of looks like the guy.
You ain't ever been in a position where you'd have paid $25 for a rubber?
Oh, come on.
Oh.
For a fucking chew toy for your dog. I got 3 of them that are fucking chewed up, that my dog chewed up. It's still fucked up.
The same dog that chewed your daddy's dentures?
No. Fucking, I think that was Zach that fucking chewed up my fucking LJN figures.
Bruh, I remember the first time we were talking about the LJNs as Dr. X battles Z-Man here in a barn burner of a match.
Who's Dr. X?
Send you. I know who it is, but I want y'all to DM and tag Harper and Lance with the answer to that question. I'm not answering it. The first time Harper talked about the LJNs, he was like, bruh, it was like a weapon. If you threw it at somebody, it would kill them.
Yeah, because bruh, I wonder if you shot it with a pistol round, if it could go all the way through. Like if you got the thickest one they had, like the Big John Stud one, that one was thick, or the King Kong Bundy one.
Why don't we have one of our patrons pay you to make a video doing that?
There you go.
And you can send it to them.
Because I don't think because a 22. I don't know, a 22, because that was just.
What about what about if you put a bump stock in it?
Hold on. Okay, let's clarify. Harper, so are you saying point blank range?
Not. I mean, you don't gotta be fucking right up against it.
You gotta say that. You can't say like from 30 yards away.
Duck hunt and you just up against the fucking thing. Just you just set it up and you get some distance and you cow.
Okay, so if you're 30 feet away from it and you shoot it with a 22, I don't know if the 22 is going to make it through it. Yeah. Now, if you're 30 feet away and you shoot it with a 45, the 45 is going to blow through that bastard.
It's
okay?
Gonna blow to pieces.
That's what I'm saying.
They should send those to the fucking Ukraine. They can use them for body armor.
Wow. Keeping it right along. Z-Man defeats Dr. X with a missile drop kick off the top.
You know what I used to wonder, though, about the Ramco figures is how much they made off of that. Like the actual wrestlers, or like if they got anything.
Next to nothing. They couldn't have, Harper. They were selling them on a clearance rack.
Yeah, but you get something.
Somebody, I actually want to know that answer. So email me, bookingtheterritory@gmail.com. Tag me on Twitter. Maybe I'll see it, but email's best. I'm curious if anyone knows how much they made or how much the wrestlers made off of those figures.
I'm sure if you ask Flair, it'd be like nothing.
Oh, yeah, he's going to say nothing, even if he did make something.
Yeah.
Because he
How
blew
would
it
he know?
anyway.
Come on.
What? I mean, he's not good with money. What do you want us to say? Let's keep moving.
Yeah.
We get a replay of the Freebirds promo when they challenged Rick Steiner. That was followed by Hayes versus Steiner when the Shenanigans were pulled and Hayes won by DQ because Garvin threw in a piece of wood and the ref caught Steiner with the piece of wood and Hayes made it look like he was knocked out, yada, yada, yada. And then we get a promo from the Freebirds and Garvin and Hayes talk about how they pulled a fast one on Rick Steiner and that idiot fell for it, blah, blah, blah. And then we go to the match, new match this week, where the Freebirds are going to take on Keith Hart and Jamie McKinnon. This is where they announce that Norman will take on Sid Vicious next week. And man, I would have paid big money to see Sid destroy him again. Harper, I don't know if you realize this because you weren't here. Well, I know you don't realize it. When I say Sid destroyed Norman, he caused Norman to have a concussion. He just rammed him into a post on the outside and essentially it was attempted murder. Doc, any thoughts?
This is the part where I realized this show was too long.
Yeah, it was. Anyway, Freebirds are going to beat.
Imagine Rip Rogers standing between them.
I like it.
Yeah.
Not bad. Good idea.
Way to book the territory, Harper.
You send that one into Cornette.
Send what in the Cornette?
That question.
Yeah, I mean, what if he would have been a Freebird at this time?
I'm confused. Cornette still answers questions on the drive-through?
Yeah, but you got to know, you got to be Charlie from Starkville.
Wait. Because I hear they're like 3 to 4 hours. So when are they?
They're like it's like at the end, like the last hour or so.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's nice.
But yeah, you're pitching shots at our friends. What a dick.
I know.
I mean, he talks about the current stuff.
Yeah, that way I don't have to watch it. I'm up on the current stuff, and I'm at work just listening to them bag on the current stuff.
That's exactly how it is.
I love how y'all classify that as bagging on friends when all I said was,
what?
Does he still answer questions?
We heard you, little smart ass, you little. Come on.
I'm too good to listen to wrestling podcasts, is what you were saying.
He still takes questions? We heard your little fucking remark, Michael.
What a business model that is. That won't last.
I guess we're not getting on podcast one.
I tell you what, he's getting a lot of money talking about that current stuff, so I'm not blaming him.
Here's what Mike is like. I haven't listened to a wrestling podcast and I don't know when.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. You're like,
the only wrestling podcast
shit don't stink.
The only wrestling podcast you listen to is this shit over again when you're editing, and that is a shoot.
Harper.
Oh my God! You know what I found to fucking listen to? That's so great. They got this fucking mafia guy. He's Michael. His last name starts with an F, and he's got like a YouTube show. And he was this former big fucking mafia guy. He knew like Henry Hill and all those guys, and he's just totally just saying his whole story.
Is it Michael Franzese?
Yeah. That's good shit to listen to.
Well, as soon as you're done listening to the full episode here and paid in, you're a patron and listen to all that content, go give it a listen.
Yeah.
I've never heard
Mike
that dude before.
Mike hates it when you plug other stuff on the air. Like I'm gonna get a message tomorrow complaining about this, like I did it.
Okay. You go lying again, but
yeah,
what's
whatever.
new? And if you ever went to confession, freaking the church would catch on fire because you'd be lying to the priest too.
The only thing that needs to go away more than the sport of baseball is the Catholic religion.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I went to confession last week, and I said, you first.
Hey
man.
priest, why does your breath smell like little boy's booty holes?
Oh, come on.
As somebody who once again believes in God, I got major heat with the Catholic Church.
Oh,
I'm
come
gonna
on.
leave it at that because we're a religious and politics free zone. All right, keeping it moving. The Freebirds win. Doc, any thoughts?
No.
No.
Nothing.
No.
No, I'm.
Hey,
I'm
I'm
messing with Doc.
using my new gimmick, my note-taking gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Oh, that thing Mrs. Doc got him. Go ahead.
It's like probably couple $100. It's got a stylus. I take notes. So instead of just writing it on a piece of legal paper and then throwing that away, I have this whole thing now.
Broad got him
What is
something he had no desire for.
Like a tablet thing? It has like a pen and...
Yeah, it's like an iPad, but it doesn't have any of the iPad functionality. You can just basically make it look like a page of legal paper and write on it.
Oh, God. That sounds like you need that, like you need a hole in the fucking head.
Women.
Go up to her and say, look, it's a one-subject notebook I got for 50 cents.
And so the other thing about that is I started catching heat for it about a week ago, Mike, because we've been off. And then we get back, but last week was the year-end episode. I didn't have any fucking notes to take because there wasn't shit to take notes about.
Right. There was one new match.
So I got a promo cut on me about how I'm not going to use it. And I was like...
Would you start writing miscellaneous shit in it?
Like what? Who has time for that?
Like with Bart Simpson's writing on a chalkboard, like in the beginning of The Simpsons.
You want me to write 500 pages of what is it from The Shining? All work and no play. Here, take a look at my notes.
What is it with women about giving you stuff you don't need or want, and then getting mad at you when you're not using it? It's like a double rib on you. They get mad at you, so then
it's a double rib, dude, and it's not a double rib. It's a rib squared because it gets exponential.
Right.
Real fast.
Right. And then you gotta...
The math turns on your ass real fast with that shit.
Right. You gotta use it just so they don't get mad, which makes you even more mad that you're using something you don't even want in the first place.
It's a vicious cycle, man. And this thing, like, you gotta hold the pen, the stylus, the right way to make it work.
Oh, God.
I'm looking at this, and it looks exactly like my writing on a piece of paper. And what I used to do when we were done was just crumple that piece of paper up and throw it in the trash and wait for the next week where I got one more piece of paper out and wrote on it.
Bruh, when I got married, my wife gave me a watch. It's not an expensive watch, but it's like one of those watches that clamps, you know, like it's like, you know, a dress-up type watch. I don't know how to describe it. It's nothing fancy, though. I mean, it might have been $50.
It's got that little claspy thing that goes back and forth like I got you.
And it's got, like, the wedding date on it and, I don't know, some other stuff on it as well. And
just suck it. Just suck my dick.
It's nothing expensive, Harper, but, I mean, it looks nice, right? So she gives it to me. I'm like, oh, this is a nice-ass watch. I'm not a watch person. I wear, like, one of them Fitbit gimmicks. But
I wear Apple Watch.
I'm not a watch person, and this Fitbit thing I'm wearing, like, I've had it now for 5 or 6 years. The one I had before that I had for years.
Let me guess.
So,
how come you never wear that nice watch I got you anymore?
Well, bro, that's the thing. Like, I remember when I got it, I'm thinking.
Look at him. He's talking to quiet now. He's starting to quiet down.
I'm thinking, like, okay, this is a nice watch. You wear it for like a special occasion. This isn't something you wear every day to get beat up and, you know, you're hitting it up against the desk and it's getting scratches and all that stuff. So I put it away in one of my drawers and was like, all right, I'll break it out for a special occasion. Bruh, I still get fussed at about that watch over 15 years later.
I can tell you why.
Why?
Because their thinking is you wear that thing out, and as soon as you're done, you go get another one. Because you deserve it.
I'm like, I look at that watch as, okay, I'll wear it if, the occasion calls for it. But if the occasion don't call for it, I'm not wearing it.
But you got to put it next to your Fitbit, otherwise you won't get your steps.
Bruh.
Them shits don't count if you don't have a watch on.
I'm just like, so like Doc said, it's a rib squared. It exponentially grows and you never hear the end of it. Now this man is over there taking notes for y'all on this gimmick that his broad bought him that he didn't need because he was using a 50-cent steno pad for his notes. Now he's got to hold his freaking gimmick stylus at a particular angle so that it even takes notes. Pretty soon he's going to start like working it where he's pretending to scribble notes on it, but he's really not. He's got to do that and then take his notes on his steno pad. I mean, it's the rib that keeps on giving.
Your broad, after buying you that, hits the RVD pose, waiting for praise.
Yeah. And then she's like, well, why didn't you post a picture of it on Facebook?
Oh, my God. Don't get me started on that part of it.
Why don't you just, you know what, if you don't like it, you can just say it, Michael.
Don't step in that bear trap.
Man, good luck if you say that.
No, it's good. I like it. See, I'm writing in it right now. And then you smile.
Speaking of things we don't like, Trucker Norm is here for a quick 30-second promo. Guys, I know y'all can't hear it. Try to read his lips and I'll recap it on the back end.
Sid Vicious, let me tell you something. You may be a huge man, but you're a little bitty human being. Coming out on TV and jumping me and running my head into a steel post, when I'm handing kids stuff out for Christmas. Let me tell you something, Sid Vicious. If it's one thing I do on this earth, I will get you. I'm not supposed to wrestle you. I don't feel 100%, but next week I will get you and get my revenge for all those little kids that I love more than anything in this world.
Trucker Norman said he's not 100% as far as health goes, but Sid's going to get trucked next week.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to get trucked, Doc.
Trucked? What does that mean?
Yeah. What the hell does that mean?
It means let's watch it so Sid can destroy him.
Yeah. With his bicycle horn.
He honked it. That's what's pathetic.
Yeah.
He literally was like, honk, 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 honk. All right. Doc, any thoughts on Norman?
No, and I got to tell you, I'm intrigued by this idea of WCW Classics.
Yeah, what is that about?
But I wasn't going to watch this.
Because I'm thinking WCW hasn't been around a long time. So are they talking about the Jim Crockett NWA stuff, or is it shit that happened a year or two ago?
What is WW?
Wonder Woman?
Yeah.
I thought he was going to make a joke and say, Woman Crush Wednesday has not been around.
Oh. It cut out?
No, yeah, I didn't hear the C. Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is, do they mean, the Jim Crockett and the NWA shit, or just shit that's happened in the past 2 fucking years?
No, they went back to 88 on this one. I thought you were gonna rip this to shreds, Doc, because they're basically replaying, not the whole thing, because it was a 45-minute match.
I get the fact that this is a classic, and it was, and we talked about it glowingly at the time.
Mm-hmm.
My whole thing is if they really want to expand the reach, show some pay-per-view shit that people couldn't see.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah, show some old Starcade shit.
Yeah, but
I just knew you were going to rip this to shreds.
No, because here's the thing. 91's going to be bad, so if we can see some older shit that's not as bad, I'm on it.
Yeah, man. It's only a matter of time, Brian, before we start.
Yo, baby, yo, baby, yo.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all are tripping. 91 is better than 90.
Well, we'll see.
I'm dead serious, man. Like, what?
Well, so far at 91, the sound's gone out.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? The sound's gone out.
The sound's gone out. We can't
We
hear
ain't heard
shit.
we ain't heard a damn thing.
We
Really?
ain't hear shit. Yeah.
We ain't heard shit.
Seriously? I thought you could hear it all.
We're over here. We're like 2 old pictures.
Yeah.
Like the old picture from Major League with their arm is shot, but we're still putting Vaseline on the ball. We're still figuring out how to get it done.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
We can't hear this right now.
I know
hear
you can't.
shit.
Because the volume's down.
See,
So after...
and here's the thing. Stop playing stupid. You know that. You were like, see if you can read Trucker Norm's lips.
Yeah.
Why would we need to read his lips if we could hear shit?
Yeah. I'm not a goddamn blind a fucking like the fucking deaf person trying to read lips.
Jesus. I thought Harper was about to break into the friend who banged the deaf chick.
Yeah, Mark banged the deaf chick.
How did it sound again, Harper, when you woke up Brother Dave over in Australia from his coma?
Like fucking Chewbacca. Laugh it up, fuzzball.
Bro, you are going to hell for that.
What?
You are going
Luke's gonna say, "Oh, Luke's a Jedi." God, no. Man, after Return of Jedi, when he's in the fucking dungeon with Han Solo.
You're going to hell. You're going to hell, dude.
What?
Doc, help me out, man, please. He's going to hell.
I'm over here listening.
Yeah.
So Sting and Flair cut promos after they replay that Clash 1 finish, and they talk about what's going to happen. And I thought it was funny because Sting tells Flair, you better get the job done next time. And then Flair says to Sting, how do you like it? It's the 90s. I got a new look, pal. Whether it's Turner or Hurd or anyone else, Flair is back. And he had to cringe saying those words with that haircut.
$2.45.
What?
What did you think of Flair's promo, Doc, before Harper was making fun of the hotline? That's what he was talking about.
Here's the downfall. It's the downward slide.
Yeah. We still got Bob Caudle.
For now.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
So JR and Bob throw it to Arn Anderson before his match with Terry Taylor, and Arn says, I care about a clear, distinct winner and being one. And it was super duper quick. And I never understand why they give Arn Anderson 20-second promos.
And now he doesn't care about the title. He says, him not care about the TV title hurts my feelings.
How old does Arn look right there? I know he's
41.
Not old. I thought you sure he doesn't look like he's 51? I mean, come on.
Looks like he's about 46.
Jesus.
Like he served at Nam, and he's, I didn't serve at Nam over to come back to deal with shit like this. I served my country while shitheads like you were sitting here protesting and smoking weed all damn day.
Wow.
That's what he looks like he's saying.
Now go get my cooler out of the back of my pickup and fetch me a Coors.
Yeah.
So we go to the match. It is Arn Anderson versus Terry Taylor. Boy. I don't know. Thoughts, Doc?
Arn with the hot start. I mean, look. You're down on Taylor because he likes to, search for feed in the yard and all, but he's a good wrestler. These two are going to have a solid match. I mean, you got to give him that.
His robe looks great. He should just pick a different color.
Yeah.
The match is fine. They should not have put that belt on Z-Man last week.
Well, but that's not the future.
Yeah, and that's not these two guys' fault.
Yeah.
Very true. But now all of a sudden Arn doesn't care about the belt. I don't like that.
That's dumb. I feel like in the old days during this match, we would have heard the announcers start to comment on Terry Taylor's more aggressive style.
He has turned it up, which is a sign of things to come. Being more aggressive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And how much money he's saving on hair dye.
Do you let me ask a question. I don't remember if we talked about this before, Doc. Do you think being the Red Rooster destroyed him?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the dumbest, not dumbest, but like No-brainer question you've ever asked me.
Yes, it destroyed him. Because when he was in the UWF, he was doing well.
They took his soul out of his body, wiped their ass with it, and put it back in him.
I mean, I know that when they merged with Crockett and he had to put fucking Nikita over and at that pay-per-view, was it Starrcade? When it was the battle of the titles?
That was... He didn't wrestle Nikita.
Yeah, he did. Nikita wasn't...
Oh, what? Yeah, okay. TV title.
Yeah, Nikita was the U.S. title, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
and then it's... But I know he got basically squashed there. But the thing is, dude, when he went over there, bro, and imagine what it must have been like to be him, where every morning he's waking up in a fucking Motel 6 in who gives a fuck USA.
Fort Wayne.
Yeah, Fort Wayne or in fucking Toledo or something. And every morning he's got to sit there and put that cheap red shit in his hair, looking at himself in the mirror thinking, what the fuck am I doing?
Hope the paycheck was good.
Yeah. He had a baseball card. 29 cents.
Harper's like a kid who can't stay focused. Just yells 29 cents.
Remember those Burger Buddies?
Yeah, those are those little Burger King burgers.
Man, here's the thing. When you work in a kitchen, fuck the new products. That shit is a deviation from how we store shit, how we get shit done fast so we could go back to Shenanigans and trying to hit on the girls that work there. All the new shit is dumb. Don't order it. Don't have it. Those things
Stick with the traditional stuff is what you're saying.
Yes. Them shits was stupid. Were you there for that? Were you working there for that?
No. I mean, this is I didn't start there till like 93.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
This is 91, yeah.
Yeah, when I started there,
I was there. Trust me.
When I started there, they had either just started or we were in the middle of those dinner basket bull crap.
What was
that?
I was gone by then.
So Burger King did this thing for about 6 months where I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Like they tried to make it like a restaurant almost, where you came in and I don't remember if anybody seated you, but you could come in, sit down, and somebody would take your order, and you would take the order, and there were like, was it 5 or 6 baskets, Doc? I don't remember.
I wasn't there.
And it was just a combo in a box, which is
right.
The stupidity of it all. But they had like, one of the things was like shrimp. It's just stupidity. And you would come in, sit down, place your order, and a minimum wage high school kid would take your order and bring your basket out to you. Like, they had to wait on you hand and foot at a fast food restaurant. Dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Which one did you work at?
The one off of the one by UNO. So on Legion Fields in UNO.
Well, that's not too bad. You probably had UNO kids coming in there.
I used to have to drive to the one because it was the same owner. There was another one further down on Legion Fields that I think is still there. That one was actually right by my house. There? That one was right where I grew up. So they had the same owner, and every now and then that one would either run out of hamburger patties or nuggets or some bull crap, and I would have to, like, they'd be like, Mike, run this over there. Okay. I mean, I'd be on the car.
Anytime you had to, like, shuttle a box of burger patties over to another store, that was getting paid without having to deal with the general public.
Bruh, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Imagine what your car must have smelled like fucking ground meat, huh?
It's frozen patties. What are you talking about?
Doesn't smell like anything. You put them in the trunk. You drive as slow as you can.
Harper, it was 1993, and I was driving a 77 Buick Skylark. Do you really think it could smell any worse?
No, it already smelled like cocoa butter.
Yeah, exactly.
It already smelled like cocoa butter and fucking Cools.
So, I mean, but I'm on.
It was Newport's, Harper. Get it right.
But I'm on the clock, Harper. I'm driving over to that store backwards.
Look, I remember that.
I'm in reverse. I'm like, I ain't in no kind of hurry.
When I used to work at Domino's, that would happen. The store would need like, oh God, they fucking ran out of cheese or something. You're like, I'll go bring that shit over there.
Well, that's different because you can make money delivering pizzas, but I got the same money no matter what working at Burger King. So it'd be like, man, you get there slow, and you hit the next store, and you walk in with that box, and I'm like, come on, hurry, where you been? I'm like, red lights and shit.
I had to stop for a pack of smokes.
Elysian Fields is a long street, so I would go from UNO all the way to the other store that's right off of 610, and I would take
That would take you forever to probably,
especially if you're driving in reverse.
Bruh, the speed limit on that street is 35 miles an hour, and there's like a million lights.
Get caught speeding with this precious cargo in my car.
That's right. I would take my sweet time, man, and if I clocked it right, it'd take probably an hour to get there, drop it off, and come back. Easiest money I ever made.
You take that dumb shit Burger King hat off because your head was hurting from wearing that shit because it was cheap.
Oh, boy.
You wearing an undershirt, so you take off that bullshit Burger King shirt.
Bro.
Sometimes you got to break the rules.
That's it.
Man, I'm not complaining about life today. But working at a fast food place is no fucking joke.
Worst experience you could imagine in a restaurant.
It's terrible. I see these motherfuckers at Chick-fil-A all teeth and gums like my pleasure.
Bro, what the fuck's up with that shit? Like, what are they fucking?
They got fucking. They got gas volume pumped in behind the counter or something.
Bro, that's how fucking Bunky's. What's the place? The big truck stop.
Buc-ee's.
Yeah, all the people in there were like that. Then I'm leaving. I'm like, bro, they can pay $20 an hour in there because they got the sign and says like, this person gets paid that and that. I'm like, oh, damn.
Once again, let's remind everyone. Mike, what did you make at Burger King?
What was minimum wage then? $4.25?
Damn.
Maybe $3.85. I don't even remember.
Not when I started. Oof.
Probably $3.85. It was like $3.85 an hour probably at that time.
Mine was $3.80.
Okay, so
and they start you at that.
Oh, they start you. In a year later, they're going to give you a 10-cent raise.
That's right. I got that 10-cent raise, and they were mad when I wasn't appreciative.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm sorry, but I can't fake this. I mean, I'm supposed to give a shit on this transaction.
But they should
this transaction, I'm making 1 cent more than this schlep next to me. That's eating their own.
He can't even get it. He can't even get it out. He can't even get it out. Harper, he cannot get it out. He's laughing so hard. What'd you say, Harper?
This fool's eating his own boogers.
Yeah. Some asshole, they couldn't pass a piss test to save his life.
Bro, I drove a few years back. It's not more than a few years, but it was in the 2000s. Like early, maybe 2008 or 9. I drove through that drive-through one day at the one I worked at, and I swear to God, one of the friggin' assistant managers that was there when I was there was still at that sumbug.
No.
And I remember thinking, no, Doc, trust me on this. I remember thinking when I worked there, I was like, that job was motivation to never have to deal with that type of crap ever again. And I was like, if there's anything I do in life, it's going to be getting a job a lot better than this. Because dealing with managers who barely got a GED trying to tell you the things they try to tell you and educate you on and manage you when they don't have a clue how to manage their own pathetic life. I was like, no way, no how. I'm going to do something much better than this nonsense.
$3.80 an hour would be $8.41 today. So minimum wage has not kept up with inflation.
What is minimum wage now?
Was it $7.75, $8.25?
Damn, is that low?
It's low. It's low.
$7.25.
It's real low.
Damn.
And it's so like
that low.
I guarantee you that if I had to work for $7.25 an hour in a Burger King tomorrow, you'd find me swinging from my belt in the walk-in.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe he forgot that he couldn't hit that glow-in-the-dark button to get out. He got stuck in there. You'll be like your boy fucking Goodfellas when he's in the ice truck. I'll be Doc hanging there.
Man, I'd make it 45 minutes in and it's over. I think you would.
it's funny because it's true. It's true, dude. Man, bro, that was some miserable, like, you had some good times away from that place because you were young. But God, the torture of working minimum wage for the
every
saps.
other customer was a Karen. Your boss was a jackass.
God.
It didn't matter which one; they were all jackasses.
What?
Man, if I had to do it tomorrow, they'd be like, "Man, I think he went back in the walk-in to get some salad dressing."
Bruh, the thing about the Burger King I worked at, we had both the worst of both worlds. We had ghetto folks and we had the UNO crowd. And it was like, man, y'all some schizophrenic customers. One of y'all is a Karen and the other one is just so ghetto you can't add 3 plus 3. You gave me a 10 and your total was 7 1/4. And you're like, where's my 5 at? Dude, you gave me a $10 bill.
The worst.
Just, you ain't put no mayonnaise on my burger. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You holding up the whole line because the mayo, or no, you said no mayo, but you didn't say no mayo. You thought you said no mayo. Oh,
true.
Bruh. All right, George South defeats Tim Horner. Before that, Lawrence Taylor was cutting a promo, and Taylor was talking about being in Luger's corner. Taylor says Paul Lee sounds like a girl's name, and Taylor says they're going to knock Big Cat on his rear. Taylor's interview or promo is pathetic. It's surprising because if you ever hear like his NFL clips where he's on the sideline, the dude can cut a promo, but during the sideline or on the sideline during games, but he was not good talking to JR in that interview. After Horner beat George South.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
LT.
Yeah.
Is he the greatest defensive player in NFL history?
I think so.
Yeah.
I do too.
I think it's hard to argue.
We had to deal with him twice a year, and it was a lot.
let me say this. Anybody else you bring up, the problem I always have is, okay, so you're saying no to LT. And I think any true fan of the sport.
Yeah, I don't like the Giants, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm surprised you didn't say Ricky Jackson, but I'm glad that you're being serious here.
Ricky Jackson was a hell of a football player.
Did I say he was?
Team. That actually, before Breeze, that was my favorite Saints player of all time.
Yep. Yeah, for real.
Was he yours, Harper?
Yeah. I mean,
that dude was a monster.
He was the most successful one.
Oh my God.
Before Breeze.
I liked Pat Swilling.
Yeah, Pat Swilling.
He was
pissed
good
when he left.
He was good for a shorter period. Ricky was more consistent, and the most underrated member of that linebacker core, Vaughn Johnson.
Vaughn Johnson.
Jesus Christ, that dude was a monster too.
I used to have that poster, the Dome Patrol poster.
I did too.
Were they picking up dead bodies and cleaning up feces after Katrina?
Oh, come on.
You see? as you joke about the Von Erich thing if you ever had to go back to Burger King.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, Doc. Doc, did you have anything else from that Lawrence Taylor promo?
No.
You, whatever.
I came up with that hypothetical question because he didn't say anything.
Oh my God, he didn't say nothing. So real quick, we got one more promo. Before I mention it, I want to remind you all to please consider becoming a patron at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. That's tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. Great way to support the show. Get tons of extra content. Clashes, pay-per-views. We got a clash coming up towards the end of this month or early July, I believe. So another clash coming. Pay-per-views coming this year. Lots of stuff on the Patreon feed. ECW, WCW, NWA Power with Sparks and a little fella half pint. All that good stuff. tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. All right, so we go to the final promo, and it's Jim Ross. He's talking to Paulie Dangerously and then Missy Hyatt. And it's actually pretty damn good what they do here. It's a shame it takes a valet, as I'm calling Missy a valet, and a manager that are ones who giving good promos and promo time in front of the crowd. Doc, I actually had it queued up to play, and it went a little bit too far. So let's actually go to that now because this is good.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we mentioned during the broadcast at the Clash of Champions live here on TBS on Wednesday night, January the 30th, my two infantile colleagues will settle their situation in an arm wrestling match. Missy Hyatt and Paulie Dangerously in an arm wrestling contest, and I want you two to be civil. No more of this walking in and out.
Listen, he started it. He's jealous. He's a big baby. He lives at home with his mommy and daddy, and I'm tired of it.
First of all, maybe you should live at home with your mommy and daddy, buy yourself some real clothes, but just promise me one thing. When you come to the Clash of the Champions, when you come for the arm wrestling contest, I want you to dress like a lady and not dress like what we all know you really are. Huh? Woo, wait.
Why don't you wear that?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Paulie, for once, is speechless. And we'll see you tomorrow night at 6:05 on the main event. So long, everybody.
It's a damn shame one of the commentators, a manager, and a quote-unquote valet are being more entertaining than any other promos on the show.
For real.
I mean, what did you think about it, Doc? I thought it was really good.
Well, it's Missy's a star, and she's getting some run for the first time in a year and a half. Why not?
Actually, it was really good because Paul Lee talked about her wearing something, and she was like, why don't you wear that when she slapped him?
Why don't you
She
wear
said, why don't you wear that? And she slapped the piss out of him. Paul sold it, too.
They need some
stumbling into the
Harper's right. They
barricade?
need a sandbag for that fucking bird reel.
Watch you walk away.
Mm-hmm.
Watch. Hey, you don't. Boom.
God dang.
Paul is falling still.
I ain't looking at him, bro.
Yeah, we know. Anyway, it is time to rate it and hand out some Rolex as we went long this week with Harper's return. Let's go to you first, Doc. What do you want, rate or Rolex first?
Rate.
Okay, what are you giving it?
Man, I don't care if there's commercials or not. When I see 159.41, I get depressed.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to say C minus.
Okay, I'll give it a C.
No.
Harper?
A C minus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do the Rolex or reverse Rolex, depending on what you want to call it these days, as we're in 91. I'm going to give mine to Missy Hyatt. And actually, I'm going to give it to Missy and Paul Lee deserve it because they were the best thing on the show right there. Doc, what about you?
I'm going with Rip Rogers again.
Oh, yeah, that's true, huh? I forgot about Rip.
Who are you giving yours to, Harper?
Yeah, Rip Rogers.
Honorable mention to for the reverse Rolex to Lawrence Taylor for being terrible.
Oh.
Doc, for a dude who could talk and cut promos, he was pathetic.
He got red light fever.
It was like, what the hell? I mean, come on.
Come on.
All right.
I mean, come on.
Before we get out of here, I need to mention Harper's video service, relationship advice, life advice. If you would like your very own hard body Harper video, you need to send him an email to chrisharper16wildcat@gmail.com. That's chrisharper16wildcat@gmail.com. Make sure you are very descriptive in what you want on your video. That helps him greatly as he cuts the videos. And then PayPal him $20 to cc30388cc@yahoo.com. There was something earlier when we were talking about it. What was it that you all were saying Harper would do? Shoot one of his LGNs to see if the bullet would go through him. Well, if you want that, that's going to cost double. That'll cost $40 to see if the bullet will penetrate.
Fucking more than that, bro. I'm not. Where the fuck am I going to do this at?
Your living room.
Yeah.
Okay, name the price, Harper. What's the price to see if a bullet will go through there? Well, just don't say more than that. Tell me what's more than that. What?
Oh God.
I mean, you could get one round off in the city, right, and not have a problem.
Yeah, fuck more than that.
I forgot where you live. That's true.
Yeah, you go to New Orleans for you can. Yeah.
Wow.
What?
Seriously, Harper?
Am I lying?
Just put my city on blast like that, huh?
Yeah.
No, you're not lying. I gotta be real. So, okay, he didn't name his price. So anyway, $20 for the video shout out relationship advice. Make him an offer. See if he'll accept it through email. Doc, a couple other things before we get out of here. Check out Our Vantage Point, the Retro Wrestling Podcast with Joe Murata and Michael Quinn. The northern version of BTT, slightly classier, definitely more professional, but still fun nonetheless. They support us, please support them. And then check out the Bottom Line Cast with Mike Prue and JV as they talk about the career of Stone Cold Steve Austin on their show. They also handle the ECW show on the Patreon feed. Doc, anything else before we roll out of here and get on our Kawasaki Mule or whatever we usually do?
Need baseball season badly.
Baseball season. Oh, yeah. Harper, what about you? Anything?
No.
Doc, I'm sorry. Harper, tagline. Let's roll.
Book it, bitch.
Thanks for staying with us, everyone. Jim Ross and Bob Cottle back here on World Championship Wrestling. We're going back to the ring in just a few moments, but right now, as we promised, we want to show the interview that I had the privilege of having with Lawrence Taylor of the New York Giants.
Jim, I'm anxious to see this. You know Lawrence Taylor, one of the greats in professional football, the former great from the University of North Carolina, by the way. He's going to be in the corner of Lex Luger. I've got some good advice for Paulie Dangerously. Stay away from Lawrence Taylor.
And now here's that interview with Lawrence Taylor. Hello again, everybody. Jim Ross with LT, Lawrence Taylor. We're in LT's restaurant and sports bar just a couple of minutes from the Meadowlands. And on Friday night, January the 11th, LT will be in Lex Luger's corner in a football match against the Big Cat. And the self-proclaimed psycho yuppie from Scarsdale, Paul E. Dangerously, will be in the Big Cat's corner. Now, LT, everybody knows you're the most dominant football player in the National Football League. Paul E. may have the most dominant mouth in all of wrestling. I don't think he knows anything about football. Do you think you can make a difference in the outcome of this situation?
Oh, I'm quite sure I should be able to. Paul Lee, I mean, what kind of name is that for a man? You know, it sounds like a girl's name. Paul Lee. Paul Lee. I ain't worried about him. I don't think he knows nothing about football. I'm the man in the ring. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to coach my guy Lex to a victory, and we're going to knock the Big Cat right on his butt.
Right out of the ring is the object of the match. No pinfalls in this situation. The winner is the guy that can knock his opponent out of the ring, and Luger will be in full football pads, as will the Big Cat. We expect to see a lot of the great Giants fans in the Meadowlands on the 11th.
Yeah, I think we should be able to see a lot of Giant fans. Everybody likes a good fight, and I think even though we will have a couple of pansies we're going against with Big Cat and Paul Lee, you know, so I think they should come out and see it anyway. A couple of pansies, but we're going to knock their butts off.
Should be an outstanding night of competition, ladies and gentlemen. Friday night, January the 11th, LT's first venture into the professional wrestling game, and I'm sure it's going to be a night that Paul E. Dangerously will never forget. And, you know, he gets a little froggy sometimes. He likes to jump in the middle of situations. And we were talking, he needs to stay on his side of the ring. He doesn't need to get around an athlete because he certainly isn't an athlete. He doesn't need to get near you on the 11th.
I don't think so. I think he's used to playing polo and ping pong and pool and stuff. I don't think he knows anything about real sports. I think if he wants to jump into the ring and help his man, I want to jump in there after him. And I'm one fight he don't want to tangle with.
Exactly right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's all going to happen on Friday night, January 11th. We hope that you'll be with LT in the Meadowlands on the football match. We'll talk more about it in the program.